running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that raw and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas will never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
How the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with they flip back. Knew I never seen none of nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
Salute, 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 salute. Let me share this live. Salute to everybody. Sorry about me being a little late. Technical difficulties. Somebody had hit me up. But we here. Smash the like button. Waiting for Glaze to pull up. I think Glaze had just pulled up before I started the live. Let me see if Glaze in the building. Shout out to Glaze though. Shout out to Brian Glaze Gibbs. You know, shout out to Tigo Billy. I see you. I see you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's here. We live. You know what I'm saying? We live. You know. Yeah, live right now. Shout out to everybody. Oh, it's Glaze right here. Shout out to Glaze. Yo, Glaze, what's good, big bro?
What up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, Glaze. I think hold on, Glaze. I think my mic, I can't really hear you. I'm kind of low. Let me come back in, Glaze, because my mic is a little low. Hey, Glaze, salute. How you doing, Glaze?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, Glaze. I'm good, big bro. How you feeling today, man?
Hey, bro, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Yeah. I just want to say, me and Glaze has been supposed to do this live. You know, a lot of people don't know we were supposed to did this months and months and months ago, but we finally able to get this live going. I just want to say that everything Glaze has been doing on his platform, a lot of people hate him for what he's saying, and a lot of people love him for what he's saying because it's facts. You know, I think it's time for the youth to stop trying to throw bricks at these prisons. Like Glaze say, stop throwing a brick at these prisons. Stop throwing bricks at these glass houses and correct and stop making these white men prisons richer. And that's one thing I respect what Glaze's message is that, yes, I was a knucklehead. Yes, I was the one that they call a super predator and basically the guy that was the problem child. Now I'm the problem solver with the information and the message that I'm bringing to the youth. So I just want to say, Glaze, salute to you for bringing that message to the youth and to the community and to the knuckleheads out here that really need to listen to somebody that was there in their same position. Salute to you, Glaze.
Hey, I appreciate that, Gotti. And you said a mouthful because a lot of times people don't want to admit that we are or was or still are knucklehead at times. At times we're still emotional immature. We don't want to get credit when credit is due. I listen to you. We talk different occasion. And you know what? To be young, how old you are, man?
Oh, 28. I'll be 29 this year.
28, 29. So what I'm saying, that's great because look where you at and what you're doing. When I was 28, 29, I was bitten. You know, I was bitten. I was doing time. And a lot of times when you mess up, being a young, you know, like sit back and think about it, like, why? You got followers, you got leaders. Some of us think we leaders because we out there in the street, but you following behind somebody and you following behind the wrong reason, trying to take your life away for some BS, man.
Yeah, true. That is true, Glaze. That is true. And I think that's the problem with a lot of the youth right now is that they following and they thinking certain people is cool. And like you say, Glaze, is you don't have to be a follower. You could be a leader and you can do your own thing. You don't have to follow the bunch, you know, because all you doing, like you said, is throwing that brick at that prison. And by you throwing that brick at that prison is really not solving the problem. It's really hurting you. So before you throw that brick at that prison, just follow your instincts and be that leader.
Follow your instinct and understand the consequences of your behavior and your action. A lot of times right now is, people like to say, you know what you're going to do. Even right now, I think me and you was on Clubhouse like a little over a week ago or whatever,
Yeah.
trying to talk to some of these knuckleheads, and they're like, well, you was up in the club and you was popping bottle and you was making all this money and this. You know what? Listen, first of all, I wasn't in the club popping bottle. I didn't get high. So, but I'm listening to that narrative. Everybody like to paint a picture about everybody. Even when I was out there at 24, I went away at 24. I became Brian Glaze Gibbs by the time I was 24. So most of the things that, descriptive in my life happened between 14 and 24 years old. So when you sit back and look at it, damn. And people do not understand that. Even during the heyday when you're making that money, I was not happy because eventually what's going to happen.
That's true. That is true. That is true, Glaze. And that's why a lot of the cases that we seeing right now with the rappers, Glaze, that they get like the Troy Ave situation and the 6ix9ine situation where we seeing rappers basically, have to choose the street code or just doing them. And a lot of them is choosing that the street code is a lie and that they're trying to do for themselves and their family. And a lot of people's putting pressure on the rappers and entertainers. Now, Glaze, during your time, the rappers wasn't, the voice of the streets or wasn't control of the streets. It was the dudes that was in the streets that was in control. And how times has fly, the rappers are now the new, men of the streets.
So sit back and think about it right now. Is guess what? In actuality, like even right now, let's revisit that. Nobody's the man of the street because right now, if you
True.
out there and you don't have no true identity and you're doing a bunch of knucklehead stuff, guess what? What's that show you? What that tell you? That mean you're lost. But yet and still, we want to get out there and act like we know what the hell we doing. A lot of times, even with these rappers, even back in the days, you know what? Everybody's still trying to figure it out. Everybody's still trying to get
Mm-hmm.
rich. I died trying. That was the original 50 Cent motto. Get rich or die trying. So you going to go out there doing something stupid, picking up that brick, throwing at the prison wall, and you don't know whether right now it's going to leave you in prison or it's going to leave you to the graveyard. So once again, what are we doing? Why are we fronting? Why are we as human beings, professional people pleaser? We too busy trying to impress people for what? People that don't give a damn about you. We want to get all ice out. We want to get all the name brand clothes, the fancy car, the crib. We want all that because right now, most of the guys, what we've been trying to do, impress the girls. That's all this yellow's about. It's like
True.
right now, professional show off, trying to be something that you're not because you're trying to get laid, because you want that girl. You want that girl to like you, man. How backward is that? But if you want to dress it and get everybody to be real, that's what all this stuff is all about, man. But the same way you do it from the illegal standpoint, you can do it from a legal standpoint. You don't got to go no damn where. You can do it right the first time by getting your education, getting a job, develop work ethic, and apply yourself and grow through corporate America, not worrying about, the cat shooting at you in the street trying to rob and kill you or whatever, or going to jail. You don't have to worry about none of that if you do it right the first time.
No, I agree. I agree, Glaze. I agree. I think that's what we gotta focus on is, the youth basically doing it right. And even some of these grown men do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Glaze, a lot of these dudes are greedy. I remember, Glaze, when the whole Blue Boy situation happened, and like how you broke it down, the way you broke the story down, Glaze, a lot of people was taking the story and running with it in a negative way. You took the story and twisted it into a positive way and try to explain from different point of views and how it should have went and how it should have not went. And the way you break it down, a lot of these stories is people just hate the harsh truth, the reality part of it, Glaze.
Because sit back and think about it, man. Even right now, let's go deeper than that. Let's go with what's going on now with Wack and Mano and that's whatever. You got, like I told you right now, Wack in his 40s. You got Mano about to turn 50. And what I'm saying is the energy that they give it out. They both got a platform. They both got followers. People listen to them or whatever. But once again, like I told you, my whole key, even with that, with the Troy Avenue situation, man, you had a perfect opportunity to snatch that kid and put him up under your wing, coach him, counsel. Yo, come here, man. What you doing, shorty? That's the difference. We don't do that no more. We too busy right now, unless you agrees in my pond, unless you give me something, some type of percentage of what you make it. Nah, it shouldn't be that way. Sometimes we got to give them, like I'm saying, the advice, the acknowledgement, yo, listen, come here. If you keep doing this or going down that road, you setting yourself to fail. So when he talking about having a guy chain for 7 years, what's that about? Because if you had that chain for 7 years and then you know it's fake, and then here it is 7 years later, you wait for the opportunity to look. I was waiting for this. Right now, sometimes we gotta let things go. Like even now, when people be saying sometimes I can be hypocritical, going back and forth with, on 10 toes down or whatever. But it's not that. When they come at you, you know what? Sometimes we're supposed to take the high road, but sometimes, guess what? It's easy said than done, especially when they got a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a lot of skeleton in their backyard. They got a lot of right now. They said don't throw a what? Don't throw a rock if you live in a glass house. The same thing with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Steve Franklin. Who the hell are you? The baby the Brooklyn mayor. And right now was, bro, you up there wearing all this fake jewelry. I'm talking about right now but you want to act like you more than what you are. I watched this guy hitchhike from Brooklyn, New York to go to Miami to meet up with Timbo to try to get an interview on an Infomind platform. So when you get up here and you start talking about, Blaze this, you this, and you keep talking about Baby Sam, what the hell you talking about Baby Sam for? Oh, my man Baby Sam. I know Baby Sam. Baby Tram tried to get me to get down with him years ago. Did he try to get him to get down with him? I doubt it. But once again, one thing don't have nothing to do with each other, but it's like sometimes when you watch these characters come at you a certain way, come on, man. Let's get real. We don't always have to make it negative. And like I try to tell people, sometimes I try to make it a laughing matter, because sometimes that's all it is. It's a joke. When you look at these guys, man, this guy, look at his background. Right now, where you at, man? And somebody bootleg apartment with all this bootleg stuff. And what's wrong with you, man? You can't even get you a decent setup, but you want to get up here. I can get you a bag. How you can get somebody a bag when you don't got no job? How you can get somebody a bag when you don't got no income coming in? But you always talk like you're bigger and better than what you are. So that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. When you got grown ass man doing that, and then you got these kids out there, everybody got to stop fronting and come back to life, back to reality.
Yeah, Glaze, when I saw Baby Pa C. Franklin, right? And I remember when he did the live with the what was it, the Beat 139, I think it was. So when he went up there, he said that Fat Cat got robbed by Spady, and when you called up and you said that's not true, that would have never happened. They know what would have happened if that would have happened, and that's when he disappeared from YouTube. When you exposed that, when you exposed him right there on the radio, that he just disappeared.
Let me rephrase that. Like I say, I was not there. But based upon he trying to say he was there in the bullpen, and right now is Cat Spady went to Cat. Well, you might run Queen, but you don't run Rikers Island, and slap him and took his jewelry. So even with that being said, that type of like that right there would have been way out there. You can't sweep something like that under the rug. And to me, when he say that, Brownsville would have been a bloodbath. Brownsville would have, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You know how many people would have got? See, and that's what people do not understand. When you listen to these guys coming to making all these accusations with no receipt, nothing to back it up. And even right now, from my understanding, the true story was no fighting, nothing was never involved. The key was him and Cat was together on Rikers Island. And right now I think they was in 1B because Cat was like always under high security. So once again, Spady was around him. Like, yo, man, like, let me hold this. Let me rock this on a visit, man. Let me wear this on a visit, man. Like, yo, let me go out there like I'm doing good or whatever. So basically, he took a piece of jewelry that belonged to Cat and sent it home. But once again, guess what? Here it is right now was he never saw Cat again. So once
Mm-hmm.
again, it's a different than somebody came in the bullpen and slapped the living daylight. First of all, Cat got a knuckle game. You
Yeah.
saying Cat got a knuckle game. So the bottom line, don't get me wrong, Spady got a hell of a reputation and everything like that or whatever, but everybody know who to mess with and who not to mess with. And when you sit back and look at it, even during that period of time, I remember these gangsters, Jose Harris and Farmer. So all these old heads that know anything that did bid, Jose Harris and Farmers was like prison gangsters, killers in jail. So it was word when Cat got to Shawanga that they want to get Cat. And right now I'm in the visitor room in Shawanga on a night visit. And right now I'm at the machine, somebody calling me, yo Glaze. I'm looking around. You know, okay, cool. Then I seen this dude. Something about the grandstand on this Cat, pretty, saying yellow dude, like, slick hair. Right now, I'm about to yell, you don't know me. Don't be calling me. And he extend his hand and said, I'm Jose Harris. I'm like, oh, shit, Mr. Harris, how you doing, man? Because you know who's who and what's what. So once again, he's telling me, look, man, word is that we want to extort Cat. We want to do this. We want to do this. He said, yo, man, you need to come up here and you need to see Farmer. All right. I came back, went to see Farmer. We walk around in Shawanga yard. He said, yo, man, listen, man, here it is, man. Y'all guys, y'all out there doing your thing. And we don't want no problem. You think right now is I want something to happen to my family or anything like that. It's nothing like that. So don't believe the hype. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of times people know who's who and what's what. And when you in jail and you got family out there, you're not going to jeopardize your family life over some jury, over some BS. So that's what I try to tell you. When you got an individual like that, to me, like right now, bro, listen, man. When you an old man and you wearing fake jewelry and fake designer clothes and you talk about you can't trust me because I'm rat, I cooperate. But guess what? I'm not a liar. I know who I am. I don't hide. I don't try to make myself seem more important than what I am. And this character, like, hey, I'm this, man. Come on, man. You living in Brownsville. Who the hell want to, come on, man. Brownsville don't even claim him, man.
I agree, and that's why I think, like, with the whole, like, after he came out, then all these other people came out, like your brother Kool-Aid came out on YouTube, and then everybody, because they was angry about certain things you were saying on your content. But if it's the truth, you can't get mad at the truth.
But people don't understand that I didn't run from nothing. My brother came out, he say what he say, he produced the paperwork or whatever. But the difference is, where's yours? Where's yours? Because you can't survive in the street. See, everybody want to hear and talk about the street stuff. The street is street, and the street is about winning. Do you know how many people made deals? Everybody keep talking about paperwork. You ain't going to see paperwork. You ain't going to see paperwork on every situation. Just like I said right now, I know for a fact, I know when it happened. I know when he drove from South Carolina to New York or whatever, crying, calling me, I don't know what to do. You know, what you mean? You listen, you're not in handcuffs. When they got me, I had 3 sets of handcuffs for me. You drove. When they caught me, they ain't catch me in New York. I got out of New York. I'm trying to get plastic surgery. So that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. When these folks come at you, be my guest. If anything you want to know about me, it's my book, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story. Hey, look, Beyond Lucky. It's out there. So I'm not never running from, like, even right now, like I told you, me and Bimmy talk. And everybody said, yo, you told him Bimmy what else? I said, Bimmy, let me ask you a question, man. What drug transaction we ever did? None. What money transaction? None. What criminal? See, what I'm saying is this. That's like right now, Gotti, me and you on the phone right now. Me and you on we on this interview right now. And right now is, come on, somebody come there, like, you know what, next week, did you and Gotti had an interview or whatever, and I lied, and I got to deal with them. No, I didn't have nothing for me. I don't even know Gotti. Right there, they flashed that, man, you lying. And that's what the U.S. government always want, looking for somebody that's going to lie. That's what happened. He lied. They broke his deal. That's what happened to Gas Pipe. He lied. They broke his deal. Boy George. They broke. See, the difference right now is if you're going to go all the way, you go all the way. It's no half stepping. You can't lie to them. When they got you in a picture with a bunch of these dudes, do you know these dudes? Oh, no, I don't know them. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's true, Blaze. Once they got you, they got you. And if you lie, like you said, they rip it up and they send you right back to the ADXs or wherever you was at. With, like what they did with Gas Pipe, they sent him back to ADX after he lied to the federal government. And same thing with Boy George. They sent him back, they ripped it up, and they sent them back. A lot of these guys, you know, it's out there. All you got to do is public record, look it up, and they show you that these guys made a deal and was trying to get out of a situation.
And look at right now. What's his name? Corey King. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Corey King. He came at me talking all this other stuff or whatever. Then I caught
Mm-hmm.
him. I caught him on. He got with my brother, started making all this stuff. And the bottom line, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Don't come at me. You know what I'm saying? When
Mm-hmm.
you did the same thing. And see, people do
Mm-hmm.
not understand that what's in the dark and come to light, regardless.
Yep.
So how you gonna come at me when you know? While I looked up to you, looked up to me for the wrong reason. You looked up to me because I
Mm-hmm.
was out there robbing, stealing, killing, drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, that's true.
that's why you can't pay these clowns no mind, man. You know the problem is what we need to do is not stop snitching. It's stop putting ourselves in position to snitch, to
Mm-hmm.
become when you facing life or you facing like right now, forever and a day. You know why we keep putting ourselves in that predicament? We're better than that. Stop with that
Mm-hmm.
stereotype. You know what you can and what you can't do. It's so much. It's so backwards that it's ridiculous, man.
No, but you know, something like you said, Glade, like when we was in the room on Clubhouse and the men in there were getting mad, and what you basically said is it's about doing you because these people is doing them. You know, they're not being loyal to you. They'll have you go out there and crash and burn for them and be crash test dummies. But when it comes down the line, if they get the same type of deal that you got, they're going to do to sell you down the river. So like you said, Glaze is about looking out for you, looking out for number one, because nobody else gonna look out for you than than somebody else, you know. So I agree. That's what a lot of them they keep missing that point, and they keep living in this fantasy world that they watch these movies and they believe that this is the movies and it's not.
And you know what? That's why I say right now is with this guy. Oh, you can't come outside. What the hell are you talking about, man? Nigga, how many
Hmm.
times I've been in New York? How many?
Many times.
Once again, when I listen to people, like they think they got all the answer, but like what I'm trying to say is this, man. Like Gotti, where I'm at in my
Hmm.
life right now, I'm at peace. I'm
Yes.
at peace. So that's the difference. So once again, like my whole mindset, my whole attitude, my whole demeanor is about how do we get anybody that's out there at risk. Listen, man, it's no shortcut in life. Only thing come fast is trouble. And that's
Yep.
what we need to keep preaching to them. Because once again, like I
Hmm.
say, we gonna get upset. And when you get upset, how many times you get upset and you do something stupid that you regret it? That's why we got to tell these kids, think, do critical thinking for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to keep everything intact. Because you got to know what is the consequences of your decision. If you turn left or you turn right, what is the outcome going to be? Is it going to bring me pain or is it going to bring me pleasure? So once
True.
again, if we're not out here trying to encourage these cats to go right, then guess what? We're doing them a disservice. Everybody
That's
want
the
to be
thing.
cool. Everybody want to be tough. Everybody want to be internet gangsters. For what, man?
Hmm.
That stuff
Yeah.
is overrated, man. You know what? Like I told you, I've been there. I've done that. I had
Hmm.
people. I had people like when I come around, they used to haul ass. They used to
Hmm.
oh snap. And what I'm saying is right now, what's all that about? And that's what I'm trying to
Hmm.
tell you. When people try to come at me, you don't even got a clue. Don't get it. Don't. I'm old.
Hmm.
I left that stuff behind me. And I did.
Hmm.
I'm glad about that. But people don't understand is what's in you is in you.
Hmm.
But once again, I don't want that type of problem. I don't live like that no more. I don't even set myself to put myself in that type of predicament. Because once
That's
again, when
true.
you know better, you have to do better, man.
Do better. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. That's why, like, when you know, the Mr. Accountability was doing those videos about you, and then when his history came out there, it was and he got found out for his
But see,
accountability.
and see, that's what I try to tell you right now. I don't right now, like I say, I talked to Bim about him. I say, yo, the dude's a funny dude. Sometimes you
He's
listen to
funny.
stuff, dude, huh?
He's funny.
He can be a comedian. But what I'm saying is this: how the hell you think I knew about Miss Sweeney and the Mel Cooper program and all that other stuff like that? That landed on my lap. And see, he like to
Hmm.
talk about this, that. People expose him. I
Hmm.
wasn't there. I wasn't there. But even as you listen to this man, his own word, yeah, man, I had this man, this guy was sending me $1,000 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm just trying to show you, who was telling you 1,000? Your boyfriend? Who the heck gonna send another man $1,000 a month? What you telling? What you see? You forgot. What you telling that man? Yo, like it's no different. You telling a girl. You telling this ugly girl. She's showing picture of you. Oh, my man, this, my man, this, my man coming home, my man, this, my man, that. That's what she's doing. But the difference is right now. Look what we got going on, man. This what he telling this ugly girl, yo, when I come home, yo, oh, this is my man when he come home. So that's the same dude with the dude sending him $1,000 a month. Hey, look
Yeah, that's true.
Girl, when he come home, we gonna be doing this, we gonna be doing that. That's the only reason that man is sending you $1,000 a month. And then when he add insult to injury, oh yeah, I didn't snitch for commissary. I had people I had people sending money to my guys and them, making sure they all right. Who do that? That's paying for protection, man. I was feeding people. I was feeding this person. I was feeding that person. You feeding them to keep people off your behind. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. People don't understand. Sometimes when you listen to them, they tell on their own self and they reveal. He mentioned, he used to hang out with Rennie, Kevin Smith. He's like, oh yeah, man, my man Rennie, this and that. So that told me a lot about you. Rennie, I know Rennie. I split Rennie open in HDM and when we was kids. So, big cat. But that don't mean nothing. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. I wasn't the biggest. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the baddest. But right now, I had issue. You step out of line, I'm going to get you before you get me. And see, that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Which, guess what? Is very few people can come along and say, I got a bad one. I done got beat up and robbed when I was a kid in Rikers Island. But when I became great, nobody, come on. So that's why I said when you listen to these guys and you're going to talk about, Ro, I was with Ro and Ro said he knocked you out. And nigga, please, man. You done did 20,000 videos about me. If that was true, you'd have came out. That would have been the first thing out your mouth. Come on, give me a break, man. So that's why I say that's why you laugh, man. Like if you want a good laugh or you bored or you depressed, come on YouTube and listen to some of these clowns, man. They tickle me Elmo. They be ticking you to death, man, because they funny.
Yeah, they do. They do. And you know something, Glade? That's one thing when I watch him, it's kind of funny because, like you said, he exposed himself, Glaze. These guys expose themselves by their conversations. Like, we was talking about it before, the Luke Stevenson interview on Vlad, Glaze. Like that right there was like, it was funny, I was like, wow, and you even said that, Glaze.
But you know what? Even with that, right? And what I look at with that, and see, the first time Luke did an interview, he did one with Queen Flip. And right now I don't pay none of that stuff no mind. So he reached out to me and said, we need to talk, man. We need to talk because, before this interview drops. So when he called me, he said, yo, I said some things. And right now is, I know it's two sides of the story and all this other nonsense. And I told him, I said, yo, bro, look, you know me. I'm coming for you. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, behind the scene, people don't gotta know we talk. I can help you do different things and all this other nonsense. You done got on this platform and you out there all comfortable or cocky, talking about this, talking about that. See, but the difference, you forgot to tell the world. See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody know I cooperate. He cooperated. You know what I'm saying? Period. Cat cooperated years ago on Lloyd Bank Uncle. So see, people don't understand that. He just came home. He didn't want to go back. He gave Lloyd Bank Uncle Barson a gun. Barson killed somebody. So when Barson kills somebody right now, Cat got busted for that. And right now, what he did was I don't want to go back. He gave my man Barson up. So once again, don't get me wrong. Everybody try to say, well, I brung them down. Get that out of here, man.
That's true, Glaze. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Daddy. It's like, yo, Glaze, you hear me, Glaze?
Daddy.
You hear me?
And then you got Luke. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. I'll listen to what you were saying, Glaze.
But then you got Luke over there talking all this trash or whatever. I said, bro. And then he said, I came to see him because I was trying to curry favor for Cat. You forgot. You went to jail. You was a crackhead. You was eating garbage out of the garbage can. Right now was and see, he want people to think that him and Cat got this great relationship. Cat barely deal with him. They deal with him, but they don't trust him because they knew once you show or demonstrate dope fiend trait, crackhead trait, they don't trust you. So regardless of what, because they always know only thing it takes is one relapse for you to go backwards. You get a hold of one bag or whatever, you start getting high, it's over. See, they know that or whatever. But right now, you listen to him, and he's this, he's that. The difference is this dude just got finished making a deal against this dude named Alley Cat. So right now it's paperwork on all that. But once again, you want to get up here, you and Cavario. Oh, what about Brian Gibbs? Hold on, what about Fat Cat? What about Bobo? What about everybody else? But you know what? Like, why me? No problem. But the difference is I got thick skin. I'm not running for nothing. And what I'm just trying to say right now, he lucky I don't do another video on him and exposing him. But I said, you know what? Like I said right now, I'm too old, man. But like I said, let him get me pissed off. I'll be back.
Oh, I already know, Glaze. I already know. Like, Glaze, when I watched the last video you did, nobody talked, everybody was quiet about that, but there was a lot of gems you said in there, Glaze. And I think a lot of these guys, not only just Luke, but even with Jamaican Chris, who came and disappeared, he came on YouTube and said what he said, and then he got exposed for his debauchery.
But the crazy part about that is this, man. Like, that man had life. Most of the time when those guys get life in the feds, they don't think he's coming home. He gave up hope. He was blown, like, he was up there, getting in his back. You know what I'm saying? But the difference right now is, you going both ways, but you get on these platforms and you start talking about this and that. Hold up, bro. You must be forgot. You must be that 30 years that you did got something going on. You know me. You done been around me. You know better to come at me with any type of way. The crazy part about it is this, man. Like, when they used to get in a beef, they got in a beef with Eton. And right now, I remember they come to me, because right now, Eton killed his partner. And he came to me, yo, man, shit. This and that. Hold up, wait, come on. And see, the crazy part about it, when his partner got killed, I'm on a plane coming back from Buffalo, New York, Attica, from seeing Cat. And right now, when his partner got killed, I'm up in the air. Because once again, every time certain things used to happen around there, they putting it on me. Like I did it. But when you got this character, like, he took advantage of so many young girls. The dude should be in jail for the rest of his life because he's a child molester. When you right now with 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and you mess with 14, 15, 16-year-old girl, come on. You talking about you a lady, man. What type of lady, man? You a little girl, man. Hey, girl, hey, little girl. And see, the crazy part about that is that's what's wrong with our community. Because I knew he was doing that. But once again, I'm looking at, well, it's not my sister, not my niece, not my daughter. But that's wrong. Because when you see bad behavior, you're supposed to correct that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to correct that. But you know what? We, as far as in our community, in these urban environment, because of economical standpoint, we turn a blind eye, and we got to stop doing that. Because right now is when you know somebody doing something foul, it shouldn't have to hit home. Once you hit your community, that person should be held accountable and exposed. Because it's no different than these girls, these ladies.
About the community, Glaze.
Yeah. It's all about these girls.
They should be exiled out of community because, one, they preying on young girls, and two, they doing the wrong thing. I mean, I remember, Glaze, when I listened to the audio book you did, and you and I don't want to put it out there because I know you told me that you and him, had a conversation, but you even told a story about a certain, dude that just came home from the feds that also had the similar situation that Mr. Ladies Man had, So when you call these guys out, they get offended because they don't want these skeletons to pop out because they want to hide these skeletons. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You can't hide from your truth. It's going to come out eventually.
Hey, the audio's bad. You back? Because we've been going in and out.
Yeah, you hear me now, Glaze?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, Glaze, I was saying that you and I'm not gonna say the guy name, but it was a certain, guy from Brooklyn, especially the East New York section, that had the same similar case that Mr. Ladies Man Chris had. And basically, like you said, Glaze, when these things come out, and a lot of people hide it, but eventually the truth gonna come out about these guys. They can hide it so long, but it's gonna eventually come out that these dudes was doing those type of acts.
Mm-hmm. But yet in still regards to what that's act been going on before our time, gonna continue. These guys coming home,
Mm-hmm.
these women letting these guys come in, move in with them when they Section 8, and these guys coming home, looking like Greek gods because they professional bodybuilder. They give them a place to stay, and then next thing you know, they molesting your son, molesting your daughter. Come on, man. If you're not going to blow their head off, them same period, or go to law enforcement, you got to do something. You can't
Mm-hmm.
on the rug, because once again, it's what we have to do is get away from everybody. Oh, no snitching, death before dishonor. So when you see foul shit being done over and over and over again, what we supposed to do is that's what's wrong. We are brainwashed to thinking that,
Mm-hmm.
what, oh man, the street life and no snitching and no this, no that. That sucker's so overrated. That's ridiculous, man. So we
Yeah,
let
hey Glaze, I'm glad you said that because I was about to touch on that, Glaze. Like, even with the street code, Glaze, like I'm looking at it right now, is that a lot of these men is trying to hold on to this code, and especially as men that's around your age range, Glaze, or a little younger, in their 40s and 50s, still trying to hold on to this. I'm stand up. I did my time. I'm a real street dude, and I'm saying to myself, what is this helping the youth? How is this helping the youth? I'm standing on the street code, because at the end of the day, Glaze, like that's not going to help you get a job. That's not going to help your future for your family. That's not going to feed your kids. I stood tall on our street code when we all know that the streets is selfish, that we all know that the streets don't love nobody, that we all know there's no loyalty amongst these. It's a den of thieves out there. There's no loyalty amongst these men. So when they say that they strong, they strong men because they stood up for the street code, but these same men are not even standing up for their own family.
mm-mm. And if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. But
Mm-hmm.
see, people want to think about principles and morals want to benefit them. When you robbing, okay, cool. Where's the principles and morals? When you selling drugs, when you killing, when you doing whatever you doing, breaking any type of laws, what I'm saying right now, where's the value? Where's the, I'm talking about integrity. Where as far as right now is holding ourselves accountable. A lot of times what we look at in life is shortcut. Where you want the easy way out. Get away from that nonsense. And like we got to get back to the basic with that word accountability. In order for me to hold anybody accountable, I got to hold myself accountable first. In order for me to do that, I got to be true with myself. And a lot of these cartoon characters cannot look themselves in the mirror and hold themselves accountable because they want to sweep it up under the rug. So guess what?
Yeah.
That's why they're going to fail miserably.
Mm-hmm. No, Glaze, I know, because like Glaze, when I watch how they went at you, a lot of these men that said, well, I looked up to Glaze back in the days, but I feel what he did. But then when you broke it down to them, you told them, listen, y'all talking about what I did back then. Y'all not talking about what I'm doing now and how I'm helping these youth. You love me for the wrong things. You don't love me for the good things that I'm doing in the community. And that's the thing that make these dudes look like hypocrites, Glaze, because they want to love you for some bullshit, but not love you for the good things that you're doing.
Sit back and think about it. What is love? That mean they never love you. They didn't love you. They was infatuated. They was afraid.
That,
They was
that.
scared. So the bottom line is you want to be, oh my man, I look up to you. Oh man, this and that. Come on, man. You don't even know me. Like when
Fact.
CK came along, yo, I looked it up to you. I've been around. I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? I never saw you before in my life. So don't come to me with that. You looked up to me or whatever. You going by what you heard. They go on these street stories or whatever. Somebody get a story and then they boost it up and turn the way around. Then the next thing you know, like, I don't want to. Come on, man. It's like right now, that's why I have true dealing with myself. I know who I
Mm-hmm.
am and what I've been through. I knew right now I had mental illness. I was a lost, sick individual, and you got in my
Mm-hmm.
way. But I had to get help. I had to take medication. I had to go see psych. I had to do all that stuff. But once again, right now is when my mom's died and I got my shit together. That's why I celebrate. Going on 26 years of freedom. Never look back.
Yeah.
Never
Hey,
look back.
Glaze, I'm not gonna lie, Glaze. When I watched your documentary and you basically broke that down when you was in the prison, and I think you said your mom's died in '92, right, Glaze?
Yeah, exactly.
And you said you was sitting in the federal prison, and you said that was the first time you ever cried in your cell when you heard your mom pass, and you said that's when you really had to really take a look at your life and really reflect on everything, and that's when you said when you came home you wanted to do everything right. And when in the end of your documentary, because I want everybody to go check out his documentary, which is his great documentary, Beyond Lucky, which he basically he spoke about everything. But when he went to the end and he cried for the victims that lost their lives, and he said, "You don't have to forgive me, you don't have to, but please, for the bottom of my heart." And when you cried in that documentary, and a lot of people that saw that, it touched a lot of people because it's like this man been through a lot, these victims been through a lot, everybody been through a lot, and that's what people got to understand. It's about having remorse for what you did in the past. A lot of people don't have remorse for their actions. They rather just embellish that and think, "Oh, forget that, I did that, it's whatever." No, it's victims too, and that's what people got to understand, Glaze.
See, look what you say. A lot of people don't have remorse. I think they have remorse. They just don't want to admit like they have
Yeah.
remorse. And to me, like I said right now, like everybody, like I don't have no regret. I have plenty of regret. You kidding me? I wish I could turn back the hands of time and never been a criminal in the first place. See, I like because when you know better, your whole mindset, because once again, a lot of this shit start from being bullied. So everybody been bullied some type of fashion or form, whether it was in kindergarten, grade school, public school, middle school, high school, at your job. Everybody been bullied in your neighborhood. But once again, nobody like that feeling. So being that you don't like that feeling, you'd rather bully somebody than have somebody bullying you.
That's
So
right.
once again, but what happened is when you master that, man, come on. I got a heart. Right now is my mother taught us right from wrong. So that's why I try to reevaluate. I can go either way. Well, as far as right now, you see me crying, I can slap somebody while I'm crying. Don't get it
Yeah.
twisted. But once
Yep.
again, when you got true identity of yourself and you don't got nothing to prove, I'm cool. Like people like, oh man, you can't come to New York. Huh? Who the hell gonna stop me from coming to New York?
Hey, Glaze, they don't know you were just here recently. You did a video last year. I think was it last year, Glaze? You came out here and you did the video.
Bro. What I'm saying is this. That's why I said when people start talking about what you can do and what you can't do or whatever, man, when I'm there, it's right now, it's like, oh shit. But people don't understand, like I said right now, unless you're the United States Army, Navy, Marine, you know what I'm saying right now, or National Guard, who's gonna stop you? See, and that's what people don't understand. Like, oh, you can't come here. How the hell? Even right now, when I watch CK and my brother and all of them doing around Cyprus, whatever. See, what they first show people, all the cops car that was there. They failed to show the patrol car that was there.
It was right there, Glaze. It's right there. That's what people don't understand. The police, where they was standing at, the police is there parked up every day right there. That's what people don't understand.
But it's not that. But what I'm saying, people try to act like, well, you get the hell, y'all protected. Y'all you gonna come like this. Oh, well, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? So what I'm trying to say right now, people got to stop faking the funk. Stop being real. Come on, man. Listen, like I tell you right now, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm a taxpayer. So right now, I don't got time for that, man. But in the same token, if somebody come at me crazy, guess what? I'm gonna spank you. I'm gonna spank you.
Yeah. And that's what they don't understand, Glaze, is that everybody's not here to look for problems or fight. A lot of times people just want to live their life. And one thing that I tell people all the times when they look at Glaze channel is really, it's about the message to the youth. It's not about trying to save these adults, because adults gonna do what they gonna do. They got their mind made up. But it's about saving these youth so they don't go to these white man prisons and make them multi-millions and trillions of dollars. Okay, they're making these prisons rich by putting extra bodies in there. And that's the sad thing about it. And when we got, like Glaze said, when you got grown men that should be doing the same thing Glaze is doing. They out here preaching the bullshit. The preaching this fantasy world. That's not true.
Hey, Gotti, let me share something
Mm-hmm.
with you, right? It's like it's a guy I found out about today. His name is Lakeith Smith. Lakeith
Mm-hmm.
Smith was a juvenile. He been in jail since 2015.
Mm.
Him and some buddy of his, like they 14, 15, they went from in Alabama, they was burglarizing house, you know what I'm saying, for
Mm.
video games and things of that nature. So just so happened the cops came and a cop killed one of the friends. And here it is right now is, guess what? They gave this young kid 65 years for felony murder. He didn't shot and kill nobody. They went out there to steal video games. And what I'm saying is right now, being that the cop killed his friend in the commission of a crime, he got hit with that law that right now they gave him 65 years at 15 years old. So when you sit back and look at it, these kids got to understand that when you're going out there and doing things, understanding the consequences. You think that kid knew that, guess what? Like, by me going out there doing this, I'm going to get 65 years? So that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. His name is Lakeith Smith, and I'm gonna do a story on that. And I want people to see we are so we are so, how can I say it, like right now, blind. We want to focus on the wrong thing. How do we get this kid out of jail? I'm saying he didn't murder nobody. He didn't hurt nobody. His friend died because a cop shot him and killed him. And to me, it's a very powerful story. And I just want like other people to understand like what's out there. Lakeith Smith is expected to spend 30 years in an Alabama prison for murder he did not commit. You know what I'm saying? In February 2015, Lakeith, who was 15 years old, like I say, he was 15 years old when that situation took place. In February 2015, Lakeith, who was 15 years old at the time, and a group of friends was involved in break-ins of two unoccupied homes in Millbrook, Alabama. The teen was still present in one of the homes when local police officers arrived at the scene. During that encounter, Lakeith's 16-year-old friend, Adante Washington, was shot and killed by one of the officers. Although he was the youngest in the group, Lakeith was denied being tried as a juvenile and was charged as an adult. He was convicted of theft, burglary, and felony murder, a charge that held him legally responsible for the death of Adante. You know what I'm saying? Alabama felony murder rules state a person commit the crime of murder if he and she commit or attempt to commit a felony in the course of and furthermost of the crime that he or she is committing or attempting to commit, or in the immediate fight. Therefore, he or she or another participant, if there are any causes the death of any person. Despite Adante not being killed by a participant in the crime, Lakeith lost his friend and now faced losing the next 50 years of his life to prison. This kid been in jail since 2015. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because once again, he didn't do nothing. They went and burglarized a house, and a cop came and killed his friend, shot him in the back, and he got convicted of that murder. Help me out, man. But once again, Mano and Wack want to go at it about, you know what I'm saying, Troy Avenue and all this other stuff that going on around here. But yet and still, I haven't heard not one of them spoke about this individual.
No, that's true. That you know something, Glaze. That's one thing that really gets me with a lot of people. We talk so much about the drama, who's snitching and who's ratting, but they're not talking about the issues like that story right there, where a man went in there burglarized for video games. His friend gets killed. He's now doing 65 years in prison and didn't kill nobody, didn't have a commission of a gun, didn't have anything. Just went in there just to burglarize for some video games, and then his friend gets murdered. So that right there just shows you that we so focusing on the other BS than being focused on the real issues like that, what you just said right there, Glaze. That right there. I gotta do a video, and definitely I want to do a clubhouse about that, because that need to be out there more. That story needs to be put out there so people can hear that. You know,
I'm gonna send you the information and whatever. But that's what I'm talking about right now. We got these platforms. but we're not utilizing it the right way. Like even right now, when Hashan's channel, what happened, the mishap and everything, and people like, oh man, that's good for him and this and that. It's like we so like right now, as far as people, we love it like to feed off of other people's misery. We like it when people. That's so backwards to me, man. That's so backwards. But once again, if we come together as a whole, as a group, as a unity, you know what? How powerful we can be. But everybody too busy trying to that crab in a barrel mentality. Everybody they want to be loyal and dedicated to the street. The street ain't loyal and dedicated to nothing but the street.
That's true. That's true. That's true, Glaze. And that's the part that, like you said in that room that day, that people didn't understand that the streets is not loyal to nobody but the streets. And I think that's the point that a lot of these men be missing a lot of times, is that they want to glamorize something because it was it's so popular in the music. The rappers is pushing it, but they just studio gangsters. They just going in there, getting in the booth, just spitting about the street life. But after it's over and they turn those mics off and they put those headphones back, they just go into a regular life with their millions. They not going back to the hood and doing anything that they saying that they rap, shooting and killing. They just going back to a mansion.
But sit back and think about all of them don't go back to mansion. See, everybody like to think they're doing better than what they are. Just because you see it in the videos. Right now, it's those houses be leased or renting Airbnbs to do the videos. These cars be what? Rented? Loaners? You know what I'm saying? So once again, the jury is the same thing. So, but a lot of times people think like, yeah, man, like it's no different than you watching when Power was on. Right now, it's what? Are you look at Snowfall? So right now, Jerome is dead. Jerome is dead on the show, but Jerome went to his wife and his kids. Like when y'all see Ghost in jail. Ghost ain't in jail after the show. Ghost go back home to his family. Ghost get out.
That's right, Glaze.
But see, that's the difference. With us, it's no coming back.
Yeah.
Once you're dead, once you're in prison, it's no coming back. So a lot of times,
Glaze, what you just said, Glaze, is so true, because that's why I try to explain to people that we as a people, we got to tell the difference between entertainment and reality. And that's the thing we miss it at, Glaze, like you said, is everybody wants to believe in this false reality and this fantasy world. And nobody wants to look at it like those are entertainers. What those rappers are saying, they're entertainers. Like you said, they go back to their home, to their families. Like you said, Glaze, like Ghost goes back to his wife and his kids. Jerome goes back to his wife and kids. Everybody goes back to their wife and kids, to their families. We have to go back to the community that we live in.
You're going back to the graveyard. You're going back to the project. Yes. You're going back to the penitentiary. You're going back to life, like Soda Soul, back to life, back to reality. But once again, everybody wants to pretend. Right now with this make-believe world. Like I say, the same way my man want to pretend, you come over here, I'll give you a bag. Nigga, you wearing fake jewelry. You know what I'm saying? You got a room. Who rent a room out in Brownsville? Come on, give me a break, man. But guess what? You want to give somebody a bag. This dude, like I told you, hitchhiked down to Florida to meet with Timbo to try to get on Infomine. Then he going around talking about, yeah, man, Tyler Perry called me. What the hell with Tyler Perry? Like you talk about La La Land, man. Come on, man. Like come on, man.
But Glaze, and these guys, and this is the thing, Glaze. Like these guys just tell they subscribers any and everything. And like when you break them down, Glaze, because like even with 10 Toes and even with C Franklin, like the way these guys came at you, and then when you broke all of them down, even to Nuke, Glaze, even when you broke down Nuke, like people thought Nuke was this and that, and then when the paperwork came out, it made Nuke look like in a different light, and then you didn't see him no more on YouTube. Yo, Glaze, you there? And Glaze froze. Is it me? Hold on. Yo, Glaze, you there, Glaze?
Yeah, I think we moving too much.
Yeah. No, but Glaze, like I was saying, Glaze, like even with Nuke, I can hear you, Glaze. Like even with Nuke, like when he came on YouTube and he did the video with Kool-Aid and all of them, and they went to they was over by Kingsborough and all that, and talking about the grown men, and then when you just came back and said what you said, and then next thing I know, I see somebody pulled out paperwork on Nuke. It's like these guys got this reputation, and then when somebody pulls out their skeletons out their closet, they haul ass. You know what I mean, Glaze? They haul.
And you know what? Like I said right now, is I don't have nothing against Nuke. Sit back and think about it. Nuke was a kid. When all that stuff happened, I think Nuke went away when he was like 16 years old. So right now is back and think about at 16, what in the hell could he really been into? So basically right now, he's being used by these older guys. These older guys was using him, geesing him up. Yo, you know, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. But like I tell you right now, is even with the Waterville situation, the bottom line is we're gonna die anyway. So, but it doesn't matter. Like what I say is I commend Nuke on what he's doing now. You know, right now is he went away, he did what he did, and all this other stuff. But what I don't like is because sometimes when they say, "Well, I'm doing it because of this person," you're doing it for somebody who didn't give a damn about you. This guy never sent you money, never looked out for you. This guy told me way back when I was fighting the murder 86, 87, he want me to get you because you was a snitch. So what I'm trying to say right now is, but they all, I don't got to make nothing up. One thing about me right now, my memory is not shot. And like I told you right now, they always want to talk about what happened, what didn't happen, and they want to talk about the Delray situation. Delray told these chumps, yo, listen, either y'all lock it down, or right now y'all gonna pay the price. But they want to act like even with the guy, Pies, Michael Smith, when he came out there, oh, he pulled out a gun on me and he did this, and you know, when that happened. And see, he got mad because right now, when he came down from the States several times to try to make a deal. And right now is they told him, look, we can take your information. But we can't cut your time because you got a state beef. This is fact. So only thing we can do is remove you from the upstate penal and put you in a camp and like the feds. But that's it. We can't do nothing. He came down. Talking about all type of stuff. But once again, I never came down. Or they talk about, I never told him, get out of here, man. Get there. Like, this guy went as far as telling them, yo, man, you know, Jughead bragged to him about killing parole officer murder. And they came to me about that, so that didn't happen. They said, well, how you know it didn't happen? I said, because he was a flunky. Jughead was a boss. They both was banging the same girl. So right now, what happened? Jughead was leaving the house. The guy was coming in, and Jughead said, by the way, we killed the parole officer. Get the hell out of here, man. So, you know, but you got to understand these characters. This talking about, you know, all this other stuff. You was a flunky. They left you for dead. So, and then not only that, most of these cats was getting high. So once again, it's no loyalty. He's no different than the loot when it comes down to getting high.
Yeah. I think, and you know, Glaze. After you said that, Glaze, he didn't make another response video. Like every time you hit him, Glaze. It's like it's nothing they could say, Glaze. It's nothing they could say. They can't rebuttal it. It's like it's the truth, and I think that's why they wanted the videos down, Glaze, because basically you was hitting the truth. And I think they was so like with this whole with people like telling Blanco praising him on his Instagram page, like giving him life, that they thought, oh, now when Glaze come in town, it's like, oh, I'm a hold y'all feet.
Hey, that's why, like I say, when you listen to these guys and they say certain things, and to me, I know what happened. Like I told you right now, especially if it's pertaining to me, I know what I did, what I didn't do, what I say, what I didn't say. Even right now, like I said, you know, the dude Pies made a statement and say, well, because I always say I never testified. Nobody gonna say I got on the stand, put him in jail, whatever. So he made a statement. Well, yeah, he didn't testify because all his co-defendant copped out. I'm like, my brother Country went to trial. Hearn went to trial. Happy went to trial. You know, so what I'm saying is, wait a minute. You just got finished. See, get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. So that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Is everybody looking at it? Well, I don't like I told you, Gotti. My whole key is this. It's all about right now. What I'm trying to do. Those of you that's out there listening to this, make sure you go subscribe to the Real Brian Glaze Gibbs YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely subscribe.
And like I said right now, bro, it's all about being real. Like different things that I do, I try to put it out there. When this doctor died because she's addicted to, I'm saying, heroin. And right now his lace was fed and she died. So what I'm trying to say right now is people understand, like, addiction, it do not discriminate. Addiction, if you cannot kick addiction, right now it destroy and kill how many people? And a lot of times people don't even talk about stuff like that. We all want to live in denial. Nobody want to hold themselves accountable. And that's why I say, when you got a platform, utilize it to the best of your ability. Look right now, me and you up here. I'm not yelling, we're not screaming, cursing, none of that stuff. So what I'm just trying to say right now, look what we talked about. We talked about what, man, the kid, Smith. What I say his name was? Lakeith Smith?
Lakeith Smith, yep, Lakeith Smith.
So, like, look at the stuff that we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, period, because we want people to understand, like, these young kids understanding, y'all don't be like Lakeith. Now, right now, this guy got 65 years, went away at 15, got trial for murder, because he wanted to go get some game. He wanted to go get some PlayStation. Come on, man. And those are the things that you guys sit back and think about, man. And that's why I say, based upon what you're doing, man, I love it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Glaze.
Keep doing what you're doing, because like I said right now, it's all about building, man. And like
I appreciate that, Glaze, because you always, man, that's what I tell my audience. Me and Glaze, we talk all the time. Glaze always come and support. He shows love. Glaze, like, anytime you need me to come on, I'll come on. And one thing I respect about Glaze is that he speaks his truth. He speaks the truth that people are scared to speak. And like, even when he broke down when he went and took his deal, he said he went to Pappy. He told him, you could pull out your razor out your dreads and try to cut me right now. And Pappy was like, what about how the streets gonna feel? And Glaze told him, I don't care about the streets, how the streets feel. Because the people that love me. The people that don't. And that's one thing I respect about Glaze, man.
But sit back and think about it. You see that right now is how many years ago that was. And people do not understand. They talk about my shit. My case is over 35 years. 35 years ago. Most of these people on this platform wasn't even born.
Yeah.
They wasn't even born. Or if they was born, they were snotty-nosed kids. So what I'm just trying to say right now is y'all getting yourself wrapped up in shit that y'all don't even have a clue. You don't even understand. But once again, like I say, my whole key was like, bro, like I say, I got plenty of regrets. And like I say, I regret a lot of different things. Because right now, I'm a lawyer. I wish I would have been doing that way back then. But once again, my message is all about how do we change? How do I let people use my past experience? I was that test dummy. How do I let them use my past experience to make sure they don't have to go through the necessary trial and tribulation? I wasted 15 years of my life that I cannot get back because I was trying to be down. I was trying to be cool. I was trying to impress people that didn't give a damn about me. And that's what the society is, professional people pleasing. Sometimes you don't want to look good for yourself. You want to look good because you're trying to impress somebody else. And that's why Pappy like, yo, everybody going to say, I want the Attica, I want the Comstock, all up, everybody glaze this. How many people, these gangsters respect you? I said, those that love me still going to love me. Those that hate me still going to hate me. See, we too caught up worrying about people that don't give a damn about you. And that's the sad part, man. Even right now, when you look at Lakeith Smith, been in jail since 8 years ago at 15. Right now is, guess what? For a homicide that a cop killed his best friend. But once again, what I'm going to say about him? This man probably never even had sex before. Yeah. This man going to, right now, if they don't change that man going to die in here. For what?
That's true.
Over a video game.
That's true. That's true, Blaze. And that's why I say, like, we got so much issues right now that we need to be focusing on. Instead, we got guys like you said, Mano being that he is going to be 50 years old. For him to even talk about a chain, like that's petty. You know, when you got somebody like a Lakeith Smith in jail for a homicide that he did not even commit.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. Like, he's in jail for a homicide he didn't commit. It was his friend that was killed by the police.
Yeah, but people don't understand that. It doesn't matter. Like you said right now, it doesn't really. And people do not understand that, man. You know, and just like I said, no, I'm over here reading your comment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Glaze. Hey, Glaze, they wanted you to come to Clubhouse, Glaze. They was asking about you, Glaze, on Clubhouse. They like, where Glaze at? I was like, Glaze, chilling, man. Glaze got the new channel. And everybody go subscribe to Glaze, the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. Go subscribe to his new channel. You know, make sure we can get Glaze, because Glaze, you at almost 7,000, right, Glaze?
Yeah, I'm at 62. I lost the channel. I was at 64,000.
Okay, yeah. So Glaze, his channel is building slowly back up. So everybody go support Glaze, man. Go support his new channel, you know, and definitely like show him love, because one thing about Glaze, every story that he tells, it has a message in it. You know, it has a message in it. Even from his story from back in the days, it all has a message in it, and people need to listen to it. You know, because there's a lot of truth and a lot of facts in it.
And you know, and that's what people don't understand right now is, guess what? What we need to do is, honestly speaking, how do we help each other? Like, to me, like I got people reach out to me all the time, tell me like different stories they want to do or want me to do or whatever. And you know what? You pick and choose. But once again, if we got a platform, how do we help other people? Somebody came to me and said, "Yeah, we want a platform." Okay, cool. What you want to do? And see, that's the difference. We don't do that no more, because everybody want to come out. Oh, you give me this, I'll do this. You know, tick for tack. Nah, man. We got to get back into how do we help each other build? How do we take things to the level? But to me, as long as somebody mindful and respectful or whatever, bingo. Like, you know, even right now, everybody don't want to talk about my man, Terrence Gangster Williams. You ever listen to Terrence Gangster Williams?
Yeah, I listen to Gangsta. I listen to his channel quite a few times.
Let me tell you something right now. This dude is genuine, humble, straightforward. And that's what I'm saying right now is that when you listen to people, you get it like, wow. And even right now, they had like this guy helped solve 40 unsolved cold case murders. Like, whoa. So, you know, and even right now, I know somebody from New Orleans, young guy. He's always asked, "Yo, man, if you and Gangster went at it, who would have won?" Even gangsters say, "Oh, gee, man, imagine I came to New York and say I want a part of your territory or whatever." You know what I'm saying? So, but you don't understand, like, that's that sick mentality, man. That's like the only thing people know is like, okay, cool, I'm gonna kill you. That's all they know. They wake up thinking about, like, you know, saying blood. They go to sleep with blood on their mind. They wake up with blood. Nah, man, that's not the way. That's not the way, man. And that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Stop playing Grand Theft Auto with our life. It's, you know, we out there, they in the house playing Grand Theft Auto, but they go out there and try it in real life. It's no reset button to hit, man. It's no reset button to hit, man.
No, that's true, Glaze. And that's the problem. Every day the youth is playing Grand Theft Auto, and they losing their life senselessly just off of words, foolishness, and it don't even make any sense. You know, it's not about money. It's not about no terror. It's just about words, just simple things that we could all squash and have a conversation, and cooler heads could prevail from. But instead, like you say, Glaze, people want to take that Grand Theft Auto mode and just go out there and rampage on people, which it don't need to even be that way. It don't even need to go to gunplay. It really needs to just go to simple conversation, Glaze.
Hey, look what you say. Temper's what gets us in trouble. Pride's what keeps us there. Because you got too many people that got something to prove when you don't. Whereas right now is, you know, and this is for your audience, man. It's like those that's still hanging out. Y'all at that age that y'all still hanging out. If you go out and you in a club, and right now, especially guys, if you actually bump into somebody and they drink wasted, you know what? This is what my advice to you. You know what? Hold up, my bad. First of all, my bad. What y'all drinking? Hey, go take them back to the bar. Get them two. Hey, let me get two of this, two of that. What you just did is right now is probably diffuse a situation.
Yes.
That man could have been he spent his last to buy a drink for this girl he trying to impress. That girl is like his Beyonce. So now he bump into you. He got to go back to that table empty-handed. Next thing you know, desperate people do desperate things. He come out with a switchblade and start jabbing you. You don't even know what the hell happened. Whereas you bump into him, you see you waste your drink. My bad. Let me buy you more drink. Bingo. Diffuse the situation, man. That's what life is all about. Thinking. You can't be playing checker. You got to be playing chess. And not only that, you playing it for everybody because you don't know what's on these people's mind, what they're going through, and what might. It only take something like that to make them snap and do something stupid that they later regret.
That's true. That's absolutely true, Blaze. I think that right there could solve a lot of problems if dudes start doing that more. Like even with you go in the store and you might have stepped on somebody's sneaker by accident. You know what I'm saying? My bad. You know what I'm saying? What you buying in the store? I got you. You need anything? Matter of fact, let me take care of that for you. You know, if we start doing that more, we could start solving a lot of these problems so it don't have to go into conflict where people have to lose their lives. You know, it's senseless. You know what I mean, Glaze? It's senseless, and it don't need to be like that.
But what we have to do is tell them put the right value. See, we put value on anything. We put value on this shit right here. How the hell we got insurance on our cell phone, but we don't even got life insurance we don't even got health insurance, but we got
that's right.
How backward is that, bro?
That's very backwards, Glaze. A lot of people got insurance on their phones, but don't got life insurance for themselves or health insurance, and that's a problem in our community that we have to really change a lot of this, because it's like, Glaze, like when I watch what's going on, especially in New York right now, Glaze, it's like, you know, we had the crack era, but now we have this drill era, and the sense, the violence with this whole drill rap thing is so out of control that these artists can't perform because it's so much violence that these venues don't even want to book these artists, Glaze. They don't even want to, you know, do anything with them business-wise because they so much worried about if it's going to be fights or is it going to be a shooting.
But once again, why would I even want to be in that type of setting, that type of environment, under any circumstance? So that's what I'm trying to tell people, man. What's that all about, man? Why the hell do I want to be a part of any of that? You know, like, to me, if you're going out, you want to go out to have a good time. You want to go out there, relax, take it easy, you know, have a drink, smoke a cigar, have dinner, whatever. No drama. Like, you got to look over your back. You got to worry about shoot out over here. Come on, man. Your objective when you go out is you want to come home, not go out to be taken out. Because if I'm going out to be taken out, I don't want to go out.
True. That is so true, Glaze. That is so true. Everybody, y'all see the link right there. Everybody go subscribe. I pinned the link. So everybody go subscribe to Glaze channel. You know, make sure y'all smash that like button. You know, share this live around. You know, because this is a good, informative live that the youth can watch, because this is what it's about. It's about a message. It's about a message. It's about saving these lives and saving the community. And that's what people got to understand. And Glaze is one that's always been bringing that message about saving the lives of the young youth out here that's in the community that may need a little guidance to be stirred into the right way. Because a lot of times we get caught up in two-way streets. You know, you have one where it's blood money, homicide, and gun smoke. And there's one where it's opportunity. And a lot of times we have to go on the right side, where's the opportunity at, and trying to survive and live a better life and have our freedom, than going on the other side, the left side, where it's chaos.
Yeah, okay. And look, I tell you right now, man, look with the chaos. When there's no communication, there's no understanding. When there's no understanding, everything tend to be mass chaos. And once again, the avoiding chaos at all level, man. That's what people don't understand. How do we avoid that? Everything's about peace. And to me right now, like years ago, I wasn't at peace. People say right now, you know, I tell people at one time I made 40 a day, but I wasn't happy. They say, how the heck you made that type of money? You wasn't happy. I wasn't. Because once you're miserable. Why are you miserable? Because you worrying about everything and everyone. Only time I felt happy or comfortable when I was out of town. When I was at, like I said, when I used to go visit, like fly out of, like, to Buffalo, New York to see Cat and Attica, or fly out of town to see family. That's the only time I was at peace. As soon as I got back into New York City, guess what? I had to put the vest on, had one car here, one car there, guys in there with guns. Like, that's not no way to live. And a lot of times people don't understand that, man. It was always something. Falling asleep with bulletproof vests on. What's cool about that, man? Right now.
True.
But come on, man. Who want to live like that? But that's how we living, man. But once again, 24, Gotti. When I went away, I was 24. I became Blaze Gibbs by the 24. Everything you heard about me happened by the time I was 24.
Yeah.
I was a kid. I was still like, but still, when you're a kid doing grown man shit, that's what happened when we grow up too fast, man.
True.
That's what happened. And like I said right now, man, I appreciate you bringing, sometimes people don't understand. If I can be right now, folks, I can like be going through YouTube, and if I see Gotti doing something he ain't supposed to be doing, like I'm like that big brother.
He called me.
I'll call Gotti.
Called me.
Hang up, Gotti. Don't. What are you doing, man? Let that go. But it's like right now is look. People don't understand. Me and you used to go at it. We used to go at it. Like we used to go at it, man. Them same period can tell. But the difference is right now, I'm not gonna tell you nothing wrong. I'm saying, when we talk about different things, I don't. My objective is right now how to be that big brother, how to be that big uncle, the godfather, whatever. Because I'm older. So my objective is right now is I like what you're doing, and that's why I'm commending you. And a lot of guys my age, they don't like that because man, this cat is sharp. Oh man, this cat know what he's talking about. Oh, this man can speak for himself, think for himself. They don't like that because they hate and threatened by youth, especially positive youth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Glaze. And that's why, like, when like Glaze will tell you, when me and Glaze got on the phone and we chopped it up, and the first time we spoke, we spoke about a lot of topics. And one thing Glaze, he stood, and one thing I respect about Glaze is that his message is for real. There's a lot of guys that talk a good one, but when you look at Glaze, he stands on everything he says because he's out here changing and making a difference. A lot of these guys is not doing that. Like Glaze said, a lot of them is afraid of people that want to bring positivity because they want to keep that finger on the post. They want to continue to keep that iron hand because they know that when they lose that, you don't listen to them no more, then they don't have to join these gangs. They don't have to go and be crash test dummies and go take a homicide for an older dude that's scared to go at his rival. They don't have to do any of these things no more because now they're listening and they're becoming leaders and not followers now. And that's what a lot of the older men in the community hate that. They hate when you tell a youth, you don't have to listen to these guys because these guys are not helping you out when you go to jail. They can care less. They're going to live their life.
Like I say, bro, perfect example. That's what happened to Newt. When Newt went away, all the guys were still out there making money, doing their things. They ain't do shit for Newt. But once again, what he say? He did it because of this person. Nah, man, you can't do it for nobody. You got to do it for yourself, man. But the difference is right now, we got a lot of these old heads. What they doing? They trying to soup up. They trying to geese these young people up there, going there, being test dummy. Nah, man, when you're dealing with people, ask yourself this question. Do they add value, take value away? If they not adding value, you walk away from them.
True. That's so true, Glaze. Glaze, I want to thank you for pulling up, Glaze. I appreciate you for coming through. This was a good live. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Glaze channel, the real Brian Glaze Gibbs channel. Go support. Make sure y'all show love. Everything Glaze is saying is the real deal. And go check out his book Beyond Lucky and check out his documentary Glaze. Support the movement because I always say it's a powerful message behind everything Glaze says.
Hey, you know what? Anybody that want a signed copy, if you want to order a signed copy, I'm gonna give you my email address because if you order your signed copy, I will throw in Straight from the Street Volume 1 and Straight from the Street Volume 2 audiobook for free. You know what I'm saying?
Straight for the street. Hey Glaze, I love Straight for the Street. Like the audio on that was so good. It was like a movie, Glaze. Like listening to it, it was like a movie. The way how you and Timbo did that, and then when you put it on Amazon, when y'all put it on Amazon Audio, it was so dope because it sounded just like you was in the movies. The way the audio was. So please go check out Straight for the Streets. That's dope too. If you got Audible, check it out.
Yeah. But see, that's what I say right now. That's what it's all about, man. Hey, but like I say, Gotti, thank you for having me, bro. Like I say, it's all about
No
right
problem,
now.
Glaze.
You know, like I said, what I always tell you, as long as you know, clean and positive, we can make it happen, man. You know,
That's right.
You know, like I say, bro, peace, love, and prosperity, man. You have yourself a blessed Thursday evening, man. And like I said,
Thank
right
you,
now,
Glaze.
you know what, bro? Like I said, let's sit back and think about it, man. Because right now, if we can do something, man, we can probably revisit and do something that Lakeith Smith. We probably can do something together on that, man. Like getting people aware, man. Yo, man, like, come on. Like, those are things that we supposed to be working together towards. Like getting that dude out of jail, man. Should you sign a petition? You know, that's what we got to do, man. You know?
No, I'm definitely gonna support that, Glaze. I'm gonna put that on my Instagram. Definitely gonna do videos about that, and I'm gonna do a clubhouse room because that story needs to be heard. And it's been a lot of stories that I've been hearing of a lot of people that's been incarcerated that's now coming home. Just look at many of these stories that I'm seeing on the news, man. It's so messed up. But we spend time beefing and bickering when we could be helping out these young people and saving their lives and helping out people to get their lives back in order.
Hey, you see, and people don't understand right now is, man, you know, like, for example, a lot of times people don't understand, like, with Drac. Do you know Drac went away and did over, like, what, 26, 27 years for something he didn't do?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
See, and that's what people don't understand. It happened, it does happen. And right now, when I made a deal, that's the first thing out of my mouth. Yo, he didn't have nothing to do with that. So right now, people didn't understand. I didn't have nothing to gain, but I didn't want an innocent person to go down for something that didn't have nothing to do with.
True.
Yeah. So that's the difference, man. But it's all about right now. I appreciate your platform. I appreciate the opportunity, man. And like I say, it's all about right now. Do we add value? Do we take value away? So that's what we got to keep doing. When you do different things, make sure right now, like when we do things together, it's gonna be clean, man. It's gonna be powerful. Right. It's gonna be clean.
That's right, Glaze. That's right. Most definitely, Glaze. I definitely appreciate you for coming through, Glaze. Salute to you, Glaze, and definitely everybody go support Glaze channel, the real Brian Glaze Gibbs.
I'm 20,000 behind you, man. I'm 20,000 behind you, man.
Glaze, you gonna be back, Glaze. Look, I told Glaze, I said, Glaze, your channel was growing so fast, you gonna be back where he was at. Cause Glaze, I was like, when Glaze told me, yo, my channel, I locked myself out of our channel. I said, I was like, Glaze, you just got 64,000 subscribers. I was like, Glaze is back. He doing his thing. I'm like, but I said, Glaze gonna get back because one thing about Glaze, he has a message. And that's why the people support his platform, because there's a message in that glass bottle that the youth and people want to hear. You know, it's enough of guys glorifying the street life. You know, we've been hearing this street life culture for decades, 4 or 5 decades. It's been in our culture for 5 decades that we keep hearing the prison stories, the I shot this one stories in the music, in the movies. Now we want to elevate from that because it's done a number on our communities. It's done a number to our families. So now we want to elevate so we can't have the future youth that's coming up the full victim and be in the trap of the prison system. And I'm with Glaze on that.
Hey, bro, because once again, like I said, what I like about it, you didn't have to go out there and let me go to Rikers Island. People want to go to Rikers Island. You know what they used to say when we was kids coming up 14, 15 years ago, many years ago? Man, I can't wait to Rikers Island so I can get big. I can't wait to go to jail so I can get big. Nigga, you can go to go to your living room, get some weights, man.
That's right, Glaze.
Why the hell you gotta go to jail to get big, man? That's so backwards, but that's people mindset. Sometimes we gotta think for people, man, because people don't know how to think for themselves. So you gotta learn how to think for people, man. And if you don't learn how to think for people, a lot of people don't know how to think for themselves, man. So that's what we gotta learn to think for them, man. That's what it's all about, man. So like I say, bro, thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it, man. You have a good one, man.
All right, Glaze. Salute, big bro.
One love, baby.
One love, Glaze.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good live. I just want to say salute to my brother Glaze for pulling up. That was a good live. It was a powerful live. And I think what a lot of people need to understand, man, is that, you know, I tell people this on YouTube. My biggest mistake was coming on here with the drama, you know, and people back. And we have to learn from our mistakes. We have to learn from our mistakes. And I think what it's about the content. The people want to hear the content. The people want to hear, you know, the truth. A lot of people are tired of the negativity. They're tired of people talking about I'll smack you, I'll do this, I'll shoot you. It's enough of that, you know. And I think that was my biggest mistake when I lost, you know, my 2 channels, going back and forth. But you know, with this conversation with Glaze, you know, it's all about each one teach one, you know, and it's about the youth, you know, and a lot of these guys, like Glaze and me said, they don't want the youth to be woken up because now you met your conflict of interest to what they got because they want to continue to manipulate the youth. You know, they want to continue to have the youth to believe that they the truth because they got the money, the cars, the girls, and the flash, you know. And that's the problem. What they don't tell the youth is that, yeah, all that's cool, but all that comes with incarceration. So with that being said, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming to this live. Make sure y'all share this live. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all support the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. I appreciate him for coming, pulling up, having this conversation. This was a great dialogue. We've been here 1 hour and 26 minutes. So this was a great dialogue. It was very powerful. I got another live stream coming Saturday with Bro Sanchez. And I got another live stream coming Sunday with Aboriginal Power. So I got a bunch of lives coming back to back where I'm gonna be having some great conversations. That's what it's all about, man. Great conversations, great dialogues, you know, and really understanding what needs to be understood. Because a lot of times we lose ourselves in the BS. Okay, so like I said, this was a great live stream. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. One thing about the Bulletz Gotti show, it's the truth over here. You know, no lies, no cap, no nothing. It's the truth. And with that being said, y'all have a blessed evening. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. I got 2 videos dropping. I might drop 3. And it is what it is. Salute.